I know, you probably clicked on this video because you want to make a sustainable full-time income for yourself. And you're wanting to do this without having to go to some boss or work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Or you probably hate that you have to go to college every single day and just do things that you just don't want to do. And look, I get it. I was in that same exact position 3 years ago, going to school, working a 9 to 5, just not really knowing exactly what I want from life.
I am currently in school, working the dead end, 9 to 5 job.
But what I'm about to show you inside this guide is you don't need any degree, you don't need any prior experience, and you don't need any type of license to start. And this will be the only guide that you'll need to start your first successful online business. And I also understand that there's honestly way too much information that goes around with dropshipping or starting your own online business. It could be very difficult to understand which one to do, which people to listen to, and ultimately it could lead you to not starting your online business because it's too overwhelming. But why should you just listen to some 20-year-old kid on the internet telling you how to build a business? I've been in the e-commerce space now for over 3 years. I built up multi-7-figure brands without putting any money in ads. I can confidently say that I have generational wealth to retire not only me, but my family and many to come. And the skill that I'm gonna be teaching you guys is extremely necessary for that because I'm not gonna have to go work a 9 to 5 and I'm not gonna have to go report to any type of boss. And the best part is that your income is uncapped. You're not working for $15 an hour or getting your paycheck every 2 weeks. You're gonna be your own boss, and hopefully after this video, you guys are gonna be able to take all the notes and start your first business. And I'm gonna explain to you guys the easiest way to start drop shipping as a beginner with no experience, with as much transparency as possible, and for 100% free. So grab your pen, take your notes out. This is gonna be a good one. So the first thing you wanna do is start your free trial on Shopify. It's a very simple walkthrough, and all you need to do is just put in your name, address, and you're gonna get taken to this homepage. Once you start your free trial, obviously the next step that you want to do is find your winning product. I was going through the hashtags Amazon Best Finds and TikTok made me buy it on TikTok. And I found this very unique product, and it's a finger silicone hand trainer. Basically, it's a hand trainer that can increase your hand strength. I think this is an amazing product because it appeals to a very broad audience and basically everyone can use it. But if you guys want a more detailed video on how to find winning products, I have a few videos on my channel that you can check out. So the first thing that you want to do is import the product. You want to go to the Shopify app store, and the first app that we're going to download is Dessers. And this app is going to be responsible for importing products and being able to edit your products freely. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install the app. Now that we installed Dessers on our store, what we want to do is we want to take the AliExpress link from the product and we want to go ahead and paste it here on Dessers. So it's very easy to do. You just paste the link above here, and what's gonna happen is we have the product right here. So from this, what we wanna do is we wanna kind of come up with a good brand name, and I took some inspiration from this competitor, which I really like. It's Grip Buddy, which I'm basically gonna be branding it just kind of the same way, except I'm gonna change the logo a little bit just for this video. And as you can see here, the website is really good. They have good GIFs, they have really good high quality images. So it's something to really look for whenever you're building your stores. So basically, I'm gonna be editing this product. You wanna first change the title. So I'm gonna change it to Grip Buddy, and I'm gonna say 2.0, right? So what's cool about this is I'm gonna say that it's a different version or a new version. You can basically do this with any product that you see a competitor running on TikTok, because if you start getting sales and you brand the product and you call it 2.0, it's gonna make you look a lot more legitimate and you can sell your product for way more. So we're not gonna be putting this inside collections or anything yet. Let's go here and let's change the variants. Now, I wanna make this very clear. You guys shouldn't be having more than 3 variants on a one product store. And the reason for this is because if you give your customers too many options to choose a bunch of different products or variants of a product, it's gonna take them more time to check out. And with drop shipping, especially on TikTok, the goal is to have an impulsive purchase, not for a customer to be trying to pick a color for 10 minutes. So for this, I'm just gonna leave just the 2 main colors. So I'm gonna gonna be getting rid of basically every other variant. I wanna keep the gray and I wanna keep the black color. I think it's really important to do this just because if you have neutral colors, it'll make it a lot easier for you to get sales if women wanna buy the product or if men wanna buy the product as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm basically just gonna be deleting all these other variants right here. So here we go, we got all that, and I'm gonna be deleting all this. Perfect, so we wanna rename these colors. We just wanna make sure all of the capitalization is perfect. So if we go to our competitor's website, they're selling this product for $14.99. What we can come in and do, since this product only cost us around $3 shipped, we can go ahead and undercut their price by $1. So what we're gonna do is we're going to price this at $13.99 for both of them. And the thing is, whenever you're starting to get sales, you can always increase your price. So don't be afraid to undercut competitors' price, because once it's proven to get sales, you can come in, you can even brand the product, you know, using a private supplier, and then you can also increase the price. And with the compare at value, don't be afraid to be putting this pretty high. I think a good price for this would be $49.99. Basically, with this, it's basically gonna be the product at least 75% off, and we can use this in our product description as well to get an impulsive purchase. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here. I got the variants already. We got $13.99 for both of them. And with the description, I'm just gonna be deleting all this stuff. It's a lot easier to be editing your descriptions in Shopify. So I just wanna make sure all these are deleted. And with images, I'm probably just not really gonna use any of these. So these supplier images don't really look that good. But if there is a good supplier image that you can use, then you can definitely do it. But I suggest getting the product in hand and getting custom content, guys. You can get the same product on Amazon typically within a few days, shipped to your house, and you can get really good GIFs and you can get really good product images. A lot of people don't do this when they're starting off with drop shipping, and it's one thing that can really separate you from all these other drop shippers by just having good custom content. So I'm gonna be removing all these images, but one thing to keep note of is if there's good images kind of like these where it highlights attributes and highlights, you know, advantages of the product. As you can see here, they're talking about finger exercising. It's good for arthritis. It's good for finger pain. It's good for tension training, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna take all these key selling points and we're gonna make our own custom graphics on Canva just to make our brand look more legitimate. So boom, I basically got rid of all these images. I'll just keep one just so we have it with Shopify, and you don't need to do anything inside the whole shipping info. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to push this product on Shopify. So we're gonna come here, also publish. We'll just do this, boom. So what this is gonna do, it's going to import the product to Shopify. But what we're gonna do now, before we go in and create the whole Shopify store, set it up all the legal pages, we're gonna start creating the logo for the brand. We're gonna see kind of what the competitor did. Their logo was super easy, super simple. It just says Grip Buddy with a little weight. We could do something very similar. We can start off with just having some simple text. We're going to capitalize all this. I think it looks better just all capitalized right here. And guys, you don't need to be making your logo anything too crazy. Keep it simple, keep it just where everyone can understand exactly what your product is. So I'm gonna look for a good neutral color for this product. Maybe something like this looks good. And then for elements, I'm gonna type in hand. Let's see what comes up with hand weight. Let's see if anything nice comes up. Probably not. So let's just type in, you know, something with weight. You know, all these graphics look pretty good. Like something like this. I kind of like this graphic here. So actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Boom. Something like this could even look nice. Let me see. With logos, just make sure it looks simple. Don't really overcomplicate it, right? You don't need to be doing too much crazy stuff. Even something like this, honestly, could work nice. We could have it kind of going behind this right here, and then we can have it a little bit faded, and then we can also have a brand color with this weight. So a brand color that I'm thinking that look really, really good for this would be white, black, and blue, right? Guys, don't do more than 3 brand colors ever. I see a lot of beginners try to be doing 5, 6, 7 different colors to make their store quote unquote pop out, but it's not gonna look professional and it's not gonna look branded. I think a nice blue will make a lot of sense for this product. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna change this up to blue. You know, I can even reduce the transparency down a little bit. But even something like this honestly looks pretty legit, pretty fire. Even if it's not behind the text, let me just try to see if I can bring this forward. Boom, there we go. That looks a lot better. Something like this, guys, even a simple logo looks really good. So after this, I wanna kind of get all my graphics in place before I go ahead and edit the product description. So like I said, what I always do first is I try to see competitors and supplier images, and I try to look for benefits of the product so I can make custom graphics on Canva. So right here, it says that finger exercising is great for arthritis, finger pain, all this types of stuff. So I'm gonna literally copy this, almost the same exact graphic, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it in Canva. But first, I'm gonna download this image just so we can use the logo in our graphics. Perfect, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and type in the benefits of finger exercising. So we're gonna bring this text up to the top, and we can make this text look a little bit better. You know, something like this honestly looks pretty good. We're gonna do something like this. We're going to add in a line, right? Make this look super, super branded. We're gonna take the same exact color of this blue, and we're gonna make it, we're gonna make that blue the same color. So we can grab that hex code right there, and then we can make that color blue, super easy. Boom. So we're gonna be listing the finger exercising benefits. So here it says it's great for arthritis. So what we're gonna do is we're going to copy this, put this down here. We're gonna type in great. I'm probably gonna change this text to something else, more like a general kind of text. Great for treating arthritis. There we go. So we can look up some weights, graphics, something like this. You know, just something that looks super clean in the corner. Let's make that color, and then let's make this black. Boom, that looks perfect. Treats, finger pain. I actually might even just change this text as well. So boom, finger training. We're gonna say something like, or I think something like that is super important, saying that it's good for all ages, right? You don't wanna just target people that are younger. You wanna target as many people as possible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come here. This is perfect. Probably gonna change this text to something else, maybe more like just a generic text. And then we just wanna like pretty this up a little bit. So I'm gonna bring all this here, and then I'm gonna basically have like little like check marks for this. So I'm gonna basically just make this look 10 times better. So as you guys making custom graphics, don't rush this part, right? It's not something that you really need to rush, right? Well, because you only need a few of these on your store. So just take your time with it, right? Start adjusting, seeing what looks good, seeing what might not look good, you know, on your store. So, you know, as I'm doing right now, this looks pretty good right now, but I can definitely make it look a lot better. So we're just gonna go ahead and clean this up. So I'll probably make this color the same exact blue. So 1, and then 4, something like this. Probably bring that up a little bit so the spacing looks right. Right, boom. And then we can also look at the competitor and just see exactly what else they have on the website. See if we can even add something else on this graphic. I like this picture here. It's really important to have a how-to use for your product. So we can definitely grab that image at some point. But even a simple graphic like this, guys, is something that could be like really, really good for your store. I'm just gonna bring this down. And then I'm going to I'm just gonna go ahead and add our logo here as well. Boom, even something like this looks really, really good. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spread this out a little bit more. So I'm gonna copy that, I'm gonna get rid of that. You know, I think this graphic looks good enough, just at least for even just testing the product, right? You know, once you get the proven product, you're extremely good to be making a lot higher quality graphics for sure. You know, I could be adding a lot more stuff to this, but just making this super clean, super good. Even one thing that you can do too is you can start like for example, highlighting and bolding keywords that really stand out. So I can do something like, you know, promotes, right? I can bold this word to make it look a lot better and good for all ages. I can go ahead and underline. Actually, I'll just bold that as well. So as you can see, right, it pops out a lot more. It looks really, really clean. So let's go ahead and let's make another graphic. We'll go ahead and we'll take the same exact branding right here, and we'll just replace this with, we'll just say Grip Buddy is for everyone, right? Let's just keep the branding extremely nice. We'll go ahead, we'll put the logo here in the same spot. Let's think about everyone that can be using this product. So first off, athletes, right? So we can go ahead, have a graphic here, and we can have this saying athletes. So we'll come in here, change this to athletes, and then we can change up how this looks later. So we can say musicians as well. So we can go ahead and we can use some type of like music. So what about this? Perfect. This is for musicians. We'll say that is for musicians. And then as we can see, your competitor says that it can be used for athletes, musicians, anyone undergoing physical therapy. So we can say like physical therapy patients. So let's go ahead and let's do some type of like, because typically people that are in physical therapy need some type of help or recovery. So we can type in recovery. Let's see if we can get a good graphic for recovery. This looks amazing. So we can use something like this and just say physical therapy patients. Something along those lines could fit really well. So boom. And then lastly, we can say elderly, right? You know, we want to make sure that they all know that every single person can use this product. So we're going to include elderly as well. And I think that's really important, right? So you have athletes, musicians, people in physical therapy training, right? And then you also have older people. And one way that you can also market this product is that you don't need an expensive, gym membership, or you don't need a personal therapist or anything like that. Obviously, it is a little relative. It does differ between people, but it is a great marketing angle. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna type in elderly right here. I think this is an amazing angle to test. So let's just make sure these are the same size. Boom. So let's get the colors right on these products. So let's do something like this. I'll keep that black. Maybe we'll make that this color, just so we have like a really nice kind of flow. So Grip Buddy is for everyone. Something like this honestly looks really, really solid. Obviously we can change up this. I think we should be having all this bolded. Boom. Even something like this looks extremely clean. I think we should maybe bring this down a little bit. So we have this right here. And guys, remember, look at all the brand colors that I'm using. I'm not using more than 3 colors. So you shouldn't be having a ton of colors on your Shopify store. Just have 3 main colors and you should be good. So now that I got all the good custom graphics right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna save this right here. So let's do this, grip buddy. And let's go ahead and let's download these images. I really like how these turned out. And honestly, this can be kind of the most time consuming part of the whole thing, is just conceptualizing everything you want to do. So now let's go ahead and let's do the product description. I have all the custom graphics. I already have images ready to go, and I already have GIFs. So let's get right into it. So what I want to do is I want to go to Shopify right here, and I want to go to the Grip Buddy product. Now, as I said, we're gonna be adding our own custom images. So let's go ahead and let's do that. I have all the images right here. So we're gonna be basically adding in all of these images. All these are extremely high quality images. So we wanna delete this file right here. One other tip that you guys can do is you can take the images that you have here, you can place them back in Canva, and then you can also put your logo on top of the image. It'll make it look really, really good. But I'm not gonna be doing that just for time's sake. So let's put these colors where they're at here. Boom, and that looks perfect. Now it's time for the description. Make sure whenever you guys are doing product description that you're looking at competitors and seeing what they're doing. The biggest thing with product description is people like to write long paragraphs with no GIFs or no custom graphics, and that's not the way to do it. So I'm gonna come and I'm gonna use kind of what the competitor is saying right here. I think he's doing an amazing job on this product description. So let's just kind of mimic what he's doing here. So we have that, and the first thing that we're going to add is the image. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna upload all of our images here. So let's go ahead and let's do that right now. Boom, there we go. We got the image looking real nice here, and we can just reduce the sizing on the image here as well. What we can do is we can center this. So after this, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and look back at the competitor, see what they have. So like I said, I really like this. Who can use it? So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to basically literally add the same exact thing. And then after this, I'm going to put in a Jiffy. I think these should be spaced out a little bit more. And then here, I am going to add the Jiffy. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom, we got the first GIF right there. We'll basically just do the same exact thing. We'll go ahead and we'll copy this text. And then we'll add that. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll add the second picture. As you guys can see, these pictures are making it look extremely, extremely branded, guys. Don't sleep on the custom graphics on Canva. I can promise you it's gonna make your store look 10 times better. What we're gonna do is honestly, what I'm gonna do, actually, maybe I should put this in a different order. So I like that, who should use it? I like this, but I think maybe I should put these in different areas. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead, let's center this text, and then we can also center this GIF as well. Let's come here. I think we should increase the size of this text as well. So let's make this at least a little bit bigger. And then we can remove some of these spaces. And then make sure you guys, whenever you're doing your product description, make sure you guys are bolding specific keywords. This is super, super important, because if you guys aren't doing this, it's gonna be really hard for people to read your product description. So make sure you guys are doing that. Super, super key. People are gonna get bored if there's not a change of, when they're reading words. It's a proven fact, so trust me on that. After this, we got that, and we're gonna delete this. and we're going to center this. It already looks amazing, to be honest. This product description already looks insane. So we're gonna center this as well, and we're just gonna see what the competitor is doing. I'm just going to change this as well, make this a little bit bigger. So our competitor has a how to use this as well. I think this is a great thing to have. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add the same exact thing. We're gonna be adding how to use it, all of this. We're gonna, instead of 60% off, we're gonna be adding 75% off. And honestly, after this looks extremely valid. So I'm gonna have this, and then I'm also going to add one more GIF as well. So we added the first one. I wanna go ahead and add the second one right away. And then it's just like a little funny one to add. But basically guys, this is exactly how you want your product description to be, right? There's a lot of GIFs. It looks extremely nice. There's custom graphics. It looks super valid, guys. And I literally did this in like 10 minutes. And here's literally a perfect product description. So I'm gonna come in here. I'm going to center this, and we're going to hit save. So now, once you guys do that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to the legal pages. So now that we got the product description looking super valid, we're gonna go on to the legal pages. This is something that you guys cannot forget to do on your store. So all you wanna do is you wanna go to policies, and the best thing about Shopify is they basically have templates for all these. So you can just come in and you can create these from the template, which is super valid. With the shipping policy, it kind of just differs between who your supplier is. So typically for mine, I always say something like, we appreciate you shopping with us at Grip Buddy. Due to high demand, products will take between 6 to 10 business days to arrive after order is placed. Now, if you guys are using AliExpress or anything, you know, it might take around 20 days for the product to be shipped, but if you're using someone like a private supplier, it's gonna take not that long for sure, but it just kind of depends. If you're testing the product, you can still even say 6 to 10 business days, to be honest, or you could do something like 5 to 15 business days. It doesn't really matter. So something like this is really good. With any questions about your order, please visit our contact us page. And boom, that's perfect. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're going to save all of these. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to do the shipping setup. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here. You want to click manage, and then you wanna basically delete all these different shipping zones. You wanna delete domestic, you wanna delete DHL, and you wanna delete USPS. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own shipping rate, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it called VIP insured shipping. And guys, whenever you take products from AliExpress and you put them on your Shopify store, it's gonna be £0. So just remember that, right? So you don't need to be changing the weight limit, right? We wanna include free shipping on our stores. That's super important. You don't really wanna be having shipping on any type of orders. I know a lot of people wanna say something like, you know, free shipping above all orders, you know, above $50. But if you're doing a one product store, trust me, make sure your shipping is free. It leads to a lot higher conversions. And now it's time to build the store. Since we basically have everything done, we have the product description done, we have all these different things, it's gonna be pretty easy to go ahead and build the store. But before I do that, I wanna get all the policy pages in my footer in place and just kind of get all the nitty-gritty stuff done first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here, you wanna click navigation, and you want to go ahead and you wanna edit these things right here. So when you go to the footer, you want to just basically add all the policy pages. You can come here, you can click policy right here. So we got the privacy policy here. Boom, done. You don't even need to search here, so you can delete that. I'm gonna click save, and then one thing I'm gonna do too is I'm just going to go ahead and make a collection for the product. So I wanna create a collection right here. It's literally just gonna be Grip Buddy 2.0. Click manual for the collection, and then just click save. That's all you really need to do. And then when you search for products, we're just gonna be adding the Grip Buddy 2.0, and that's perfect. And then we're actually gonna change the main picture for this product. We can change it to something like this, and then we'll just make the order look just like that. So that's perfect. And then one last thing that we wanna make sure we do inside the navigation tab is we wanna change the main menu. All we need is just the contact us page. We don't need catalog there. So we can just go ahead, we can add main menu, and then we can go ahead and have our product here. It's really important to make sure you guys have your product on the main menu so someone knows that they can buy it right away. The biggest thing with dropshipping stores is you don't want it to be super confusing with people. You wanna make sure that people can navigate your store super easy if they wanna buy the product and they can buy it right away. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna save that right there. And then one last thing to do with your store is just make sure you delete the powered by Shopify in the footer. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to edit languages. So once you click edit languages, we're just going to type in powered by, and it's gonna show up powered by Shopify. All you wanna do is just click a space and then hit save, and then powered by Shopify won't be in the footer of your store. So let's go ahead, let's build this store. I'm not gonna use the Dawn theme. I don't really think it looks too amazing, but I am gonna use a free theme for you guys. One theme that I really like that's free is called Sense. So let's go ahead, let's add this theme to the store. This theme looks super, super good for one product stores or even multi-product stores in the same niche. So we're gonna be using this theme. So you wanna make sure that you hit publish right here. So now that we basically have everything done, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna customize this store. Super, super easy. Now there's a bunch of different themes on here. We're just gonna start by deleting them because we don't really need all of these themes. So I'm just gonna start by basically removing these sections. We don't need this, we don't need that. Guys, don't spend too much time on your home page, especially if it's a one product store, because if you guys are either running ads or you guys are running organic, you wanna make sure that the link in bio is going directly to the product page. You don't want any link going to the home page because it's just gonna add an extra step to the buyer, which could reduce conversions on your Shopify store. So we're not gonna be doing any of that. We're just gonna be taking them straight to the product. So you don't need any type of complicated home page at all. So basically with this, all I'm gonna have for the home page is simply just like a future, just a featured product. So I'm gonna actually change the colors to our brand page. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Something like that looks super fire. So honestly, I really like this kind of color theme. I'm gonna change this though, because I don't think this should be green at all. I think this should be a different color. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna change that. And then I don't know where that other green is coming from, so I'm just gonna see where that is coming from. So I don't wanna have that green in there. Here we go. So I don't want that green at all. All right, so now that we got the color on the store, right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start making the homepage look really, really good. And we're gonna start off with the announcement bar. So instead of saying welcome to the store, we're gonna be doing Grip Buddy 2.0. We're gonna say 75% off today only. We wanna make a really good and strong announcement bar, because one thing about it is if you don't create some type of urgency on your store, then people are gonna go and click off, right? You wanna make it almost like a one-time offer for them, that if they buy it only today, they're gonna get 75% off. So that's something that you really wanna make sure that you have in place. We're going to just say Grip Buddy. We're gonna say something like, we can go ahead and even just look at our competitors and just do something very similar to the competitors, but just make it better. And we're gonna type in anywhere, any age. And then we can go ahead and we can just have just a regular image here. Shopify does give you some really good images, but if you have the product in hand, you should definitely be getting custom images, like I said. But one image that I do like is this one right here, because it does typically, it does show off the hand a little bit. Now we could have other images that are like more so with weightlifting, you know, something like this, but that looks like they're doing cardio. So even something like this it looks like they're doing cardio as well. So maybe we can even change the image to something like this. Boom, Grip Buddy, they're gripping the ball. This is a perfect image right here. So we're gonna use that. Damn, I don't know how I did not even see that when I was looking. So from that, we're gonna be adding the featured product section right here. We wanna make it super easy for people to buy the product, like I said. So we're gonna go ahead, we're going to add this right here. We're going to move this up, and then we're just going to change the color on everything. Actually, let me, I forgot to save the featured product. So we're gonna come here, I'm going to click select, and then I'm going to click save right here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change the colors of these real quick. So instead of that color, I'm gonna make this a black button color, and I'm gonna make this more so like a grayish color. See if that looks good. That looks perfect. And then we don't want to make that, you know, that color, so we're gonna go and just add that nice blue, and we're just gonna make this a darker blue, something just like that. Looks perfect. Actually, let's change, I want to change this. Let's make this that different color. I don't want that to be any type of purple. I don't want any purple to be there. Honestly, we don't really even need anything else on this page at all. So I'm just gonna honestly delete everything else, because they're gonna be taken to the product page anyway. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And instead of subscribe to the emails, I'm just gonna say join the Grip Buddy family. And then in here, I'm just gonna say exclusive discounts and offers straight to your email. Boom, we have that right there. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna save that. And inside the footer section, we don't really need, we could have our promise. We can just have, so honestly, we don't even need something, but you can say something like, if you're using a private supplier, you can add something like all products will be shipped within or arrived within 6 to 10 business days. You can kind of create that trust between you and the consumer. So all products will be received within 6 to 10 business days after order is placed. So, and we can just say the Grip Buddy promise. So if you guys are using like a private supplier or anything like that, you can definitely say this. But if you aren't, then I would not say this. So we're gonna delete all of that. We're going to delete this as well. And we're just going to have this in place. Honestly, the store already looks insanely nice on mobile view, right? We have all this here. looks fire. Honestly, I might change this color up here of the announcement bar, and then obviously we need to change the logo. So we got the Grip Buddy logo already on deck. We're gonna also increase the size of this logo. We're gonna increase the width. Boom, looks extremely fire already. You guys already know. We're also gonna change the product with this background color. I don't want some of this to be super black. So let's just change this to maybe like or just make this a white tone actually. Let's make it just fade out to be more of a white actually. So let's change this a little bit. I don't really like how this has a bunch of gray in there. So I just want to change this real quick. I think it's right here. Boom, so we can even change this to be a little bit more white. Boom, perfect, that looks amazing. There, it's literally exactly what I wanted. So after this, all you guys really are gonna need to do is just make sure that your product description is in place. You guys already know. So we're gonna go to products, and we literally have everything here. This literally, guys, this product description looks absolutely insane, right? We have the gray images. They can pick between the gray or the black Grip Buddy. And then right here, we say the Grip Buddy gives you forearms, a good pump, and it makes your veins pop. As you can see, we got the custom graphics. Guys, this looks absolutely branded. This is why I'm telling you, you need GIFs, you need custom graphics. And guys, look at this product description. It looks absolutely insane. All we're gonna do now here is just, we're just gonna be deleting some of these things, right? We don't need, we don't need ingredients, obviously, right? So how to use, we already have that in there. Shipping, we can just say shipping, all products will be received within 6 to 10 business days. And then we can click save on that. Return policy, we'll just delete this. And then we really don't need anything else. Like after this, like we don't need all this stuff here. So we don't need any of this text here. We don't need any of this here. We don't need literally any of these things at all. So we're just gonna delete it, right? Because our product description already looks absolutely amazing. So we don't need any of that. We don't need any product recommendations either, actually. So you guys already know this looks insanely branded. It looks super, super good. This is an amazing site for a beginner, and it's super, super easy to do. So that's basically how you guys build a full website. Obviously, you can add a few apps to it. One app that I do recommend when you guys are starting to get sales is an upsell app. You can use Zipify one-click upsell. It's an amazing, amazing app to use. But besides that, you also want to use a review app as well, something like Looks Reviews or something like that. You just want to add maybe like 100 reviews or enough reviews to make yourself look extremely credible. So if you guys made it this far, congratulations. You guys took the first step, and that's understanding exactly how to start your own business step by step and how to do it the right way. Most people don't even take time to invest in their learning. It doesn't even need to be money, but investing time to learn how to do things properly is something that 99% of people won't do. So if you're watching this, you are already in the 1%. And obviously, once you get to the point of having your store ready, the next step is by getting your marketing set up. And the best way to do this is by creating viral videos on TikTok, by posting 3 times a day and trying to get a video to go viral organically. This is hands down the best way to start as a beginner, because you don't need to be investing thousands and thousands of dollars in ads to just get your first business starting up and running. And obviously, I don't want to give you guys false expectations. It might take you a few products to even see success. So if you're doing it organically, you're not going to need to be investing hundreds or thousands of dollars every single product just to test and see if they're a winning product. Because at the end of the day, your goal is to start your first profitable online business. So you need to do it the smartest way. And that's not only doing it organically, but it's knowing how to build the store the right way, but also how to find the product. But just remember, this is day one of setting up your first successful business. You do have a long way to go with marketing, but as long as you guys are consistent and you guys continue working hard and you guys understand that it's not a matter of if you're gonna be successful, but it's a matter of when, and you guys are gonna be doing just fine. So with that being said, keep hustling, and I'll see you guys inside the next video.